Critical Incident Reflection, the Preliminary Guide. As a professional, it's always good to work reflectively, always being mindful of how you impact those around you, and trying to see other people's perspectives and situations. In your future professional life, there will be times when mistakes or disagreements occur, and you may be called upon to negotiate or investigate these. If you do, you need to do this keeping emotions in control, taking a situation apart in a scientific way, and understanding what has led to the situation. If you are in a position of authority, you may be called upon to document an incident in writing and put in place procedures that will avoid an undesirable situation from happening again. Before you start anything, you need to identify your incident first. Students often think that this assignment requires an incident that is disastrous or life-changing. Actually, this is not what you need to do because, for one, these things are usually too complex and emotional. And also, they are often not based on misunderstandings of any type. You need to select a fairly mundane event, such as a minor conflict with a work colleague or a harsh exchange with the cashier at the supermarket. What's important is that you need to be critical, not choose a crisis. Essentially, the incident that you choose needs to be about a failure to communicate, or a failure to understand each other, or perhaps a failure of the system that has led to a conflict or a difficulty between the parties. Give a minimum amount of detail of what happened. Give only what's necessary to understand the analysis or reflection that will follow. Retelling the story does not achieve a lot. It's the analysis and reflection that matters. If you feel that you really need to give more detailed description, put that in the appendix and just use a brief summary in the report itself. The incident that you select needs to be very specific, something you can identify at a particular time and a particular place. Once you've chosen your incident, you need to unpack the situation. Choose a true situation rather than a fabricated one, because that will make this part much easier. It will also sound more authentic in the end. You need to use a common sense reflective approach to list everything that contributed to the situation. For example, I've analysed a disagreement that I had at home last week. The blue boxes around the edge are the things that contributed to the situation. You should recognise that many of them involve the variables suggested in your assignment. Variables such as environment, where the argument took place, or the different cultural values of the people involved. But remember, your situation is unique. The variables suggested may be relevant or they may not. You need to engage with the situation and really sort out what the variables are of your situation. Many of them may not even be on the list. Once you've pulled your situation apart and analysed what went on, you need to link your thoughts or conclusions to the literature. Remember though, it is a reflective piece, and a reflection is based on your thoughts and feelings first. It is not based on the literature. In a way, this report is a case study, and the case is always central to the writing, be it a patient, or in this assignment, it is an incident. An essay is based primarily on literature. However, a case study or a reflective writing piece is not. In this report, you need to make links to the literature in saying what you want to say, but do not let the literature dominate. Let it support what you want to say, or your message will become unclear. Always keep your story and your analysis up front and central. In the next chapter, we will be looking at part 2 of the critical incident reflection, incorporating the literature.